Senne Lammens enjoyed a really solid debut for Manchester United, and while some might think the reaction from fans is overboard, I think it's a pretty fair reflection of where we're all at mentally. I want to discuss both Lammens' debut, but also a wider conversation around goalkeepers in United, which, when you take it into context, explains why all United fans were buzzing at what we saw from Senne on his debut. And of course, make sure you subscribe if you're new for daily United videos. For too long, United fans, we've gone into games and we've just been like, just please, for the love of God, Onana, buy in there. Just please, don't. Oh, you've done it again. Great, you've done it again. Directly leading to goals, directly affecting the results of games, and we've not had a goalkeeper that we can trust and rely on. It's only been one game for Senne. This isn't going to be a video that hypes up his individual performance and speaks about the key moments that we saw. I'll mention them, but it's not about hyping. It's about pointing out what we saw. It's more an overall conversation about goalkeepers and the two things that United needed to fix this summer and why they did. I'm going to speak about them. You can let me know in the comments. First things first, I need to play this video again, all right? This is how you pronounce his name.
Pronounce your name.
Senne Lammens. Senne Lammens.
Senne Lammens. We've all got it there, from the horse's mouth. So, Senne's performance against Sunderland. Amrin waited. I think there was a frustration around that wait, and especially, I suppose, since the mistakes were already happening. United should have signed Senne earlier this summer. We shouldn't have waited until we did, and it should have been more of a priority than it was. But anyway, the fact that you heard this chant in Old Trafford, am I going to call it sarcastic? It's tongue-in-cheek rather than sarcasm.
Oh, you Schmeichel in disguise! Oh, you Schmeichel in disguise! Oh, you Schmeichel in disguise! Oh, you Schmeichel.
As I said, tongue-in-cheek. Because no, he's not Schmeichel on his debut. But I think it's the fact that United fans have been starved for so long. Now, Schmeichel himself was asked about his debut. Just have a little listen to what he said here before I run through, have a conversation about Onana, Bayindir, and what's next.
Think about the goalkeeping that we've had over the last couple of years and how many goals we've conceded from errors from goalkeepers. What was it, nine errors already this season?
Yeah.
That's a lot. It's too much. I go back to when I played. My instruction was, and I think it was the same thing with Edwin and with David De Gea. We had to save the team 10 points a season, not give them away. And that's what we've gotten used to in the last couple of years. You know, goalkeepers giving goals away, and therefore we're losing points. So it was nice to see, first of all, a clean sheet, and then a really good and solid goalkeeping performance.
So, a few things to pick out from there. But I'm going to focus on what you said there about, I know, breaking news. Goalkeepers are supposed to save you points, not give points away. But we have just got used to that. And honestly, I think you're going back at least 3 years here. When Onana came in, that was his debut against Lens. I don't think he was ever the same goalkeeper after that, to be completely honest. He was supposed to be transformational. I've still got egg on my face, and I will forever have egg on my face because he wasn't the goalkeeper that we intended to sign. It doesn't mean that we were wrong to not give De Gea a new contract, but it means that we absolutely ballsed up his replacement. But don't worry about that. United will go out and get another goalkeeper that was, no, never mind. Bayindir will do the exact same thing, and then similar, whether it's conceded from a corner directly against Son or Arsenal at the start of this season. And as I said, you can go back at least 1 year under David De Gea towards the end. Like that last season, I think, wasn't that the one where he came out against Sevilla in the Champions League, missed the ball, and then went to an open net? It's just like even De Gea was susceptible to mad mistakes in that last season. So it's been at least 3 years, I think, since we as United fans have been able to go into a game of football. I suppose not even this one. We were fearing for Senne's debut because it was the debut. The pressure. But that's why United fans were, as I said, tongue-in-cheek chanting about, are you Schmeichel in disguise? Because we're like, huh? We're watching a goalkeeper come out and claim the ball 10, 12 feet in the air. We're watching a goalkeeper play out from the back with his left foot, with his right foot. We're watching a goalkeeper actually find our target man up front with goal kicks that seemed purposeful and directed, rather than just hoof as far as possible into a corner. We're watching a goalkeeper that's actually commanding his box and commanding his players. It's like, we're just not used to this. This is all we wanted, right? That's what I mean. Like, this isn't a video to hype up his performance and say, oh, he is Schmeichel in disguise. Great, if we've signed a goalkeeper, he could be well be here for the next decade because he's only 23. But to just simply come out of a game of football and go, you know what? Like, I don't really have to. I know I'm going to speak about the goalkeeper because it was his debut, but that was a sort of performance that if you put that in week in, week out, you'd almost, and I mean this in the most complimentary way possible, you kind of forget about him. If a goalkeeper doesn't have to be a talking point, then he's just doing his job. But it's just the fact that goalkeepers have become the focal point after so many games for so many years. And as Schmeichel said there, directly contributing to points dropped. Now, he's also bang on when he says this about Senne.
The thing about goalkeepers is we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes that cost goals. And that's when we find out how good people are. You know, how do they react to making those mistakes?
So he's now back with the Belgian squad. I think he was left out of the last one. But Senne will make mistakes. Of course he will. No goalkeeper is flawless. It's impossible. And it's the thing I always sympathise with goalkeepers for. Like, when they make mistakes, it leads to goals. But if there were two ways in which this Manchester United team were going to just improve quickly and gain more points this season. Number one, having a better goalkeeper. Number two, having a better goal scorer. Now, Šeško's got 2 in 2 in his last 2 Premier League games. He started well. And Senne has started really well with that debut. Now, next up for him, of course, is Anfield. I mean, dude, talk about a hell of an introduction to playing as an away player in a United shirt. Literally the Lions' den. Liverpool might be wounded and they've lost 3 games in a row, but we haven't won there since what? 2015, 16? I don't quite know. Last season was a good performance, and I'd definitely take a draw right now. But just the fact that on his debut, he showed every element of the game that he has, whether it's commanding the box, whether it's the distribution and the control of the distribution, whether it's the commanding of the box. And he made a couple of smart enough saves. As Schmeichel said, it's just the fact that as United fans, we've got used to in these last 3 years of just being scared of our own goalkeeper, let alone what these players felt. And that's why the reaction included a tongue-in-cheek, "Are you Schmeichel in disguise?" chant. And it's just been it was a really good debut for him. I'm happy for him. I just wanted to sort of explain that this feels like something that United fans have wanted for a long, long time. It's almost felt like it's been too much to ask from Onana and Bayindir. And I hope that can change under Senne.